Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth, and today, as you can see, I have a jelly plate on my table. It is brand new. I have bought it just recently. I actually waited for so long to get it from my post office and such. I also have some stencils. Some of them I haven't even used yet. I have a brayer, I believe it's called. These things for baking and to create texture. Some other things to create like sort of a texture things. Yeah, different sorts of. This is also for cooking. Also like a knife, one-time knife, and this is the silicone brush. So whatever I could find in my stash that can add some texture. So this is that. I don't even know where to place it because, well, I have stuff all over my table now. So what we need to do is we'll open our brand new jelly plate. Let me get over these stencils here first. So I don't know what to rate. I'm a complete beginner. Of course, I watched some videos and tutorials and such, but it doesn't really help me, I think. So it might be a disaster, it might be a success. So whatever it is, we will try it all together. So as you can see, it even has this uh, sheets, protective sheets over it. Wow, it looks good and pleasant. I know you can make one yourself. I'm not tried it and I don't know if I will. Maybe one day, but for now I have this. So let's see if I am in camera so you can see it better too. Sort of. Oh god, I'm so nervous, guys. I also have different papers. So this is rice paper. It's very thin, but I think it's sturdy enough. This is the tissue paper. I'm not sure it will work, but we will see. And I also have the copy paper. And of course, I have, well, also glassine bag. I also have a lot of acrylic paints. Sorry if I will be a little bit too thinking too much what to say and such. So I think we can start from something interesting. Let me see. I think I want some hieroglyphs. Let's try that out. So because we will have a print, we need to actually turn it upside down, right? And it's not gonna be on the whole plate, but whatever. So I'm going to have my gold acrylics. Let me put you a little bit here so you can see what I'm mixing. Not much. So I have just acetate. Well, that's probably too much. Acetate sheet so I can roll the paint over it. Not sure if this will work properly for me. I might end up having it all over my table anyway, but we will see. Sorry if my brayer will make squeaky sounds because it's new, but it's not really for the art. It's just for painting walls. So I'm not sure if this will work actually. It doesn't seem to be working for me quite. I cannot really get it to the crevices of the stencil. Let's see. Oh, you will probably laugh at me so much, guys. Well, that's a video for you. Me being a complete beginner, which is okay. We are all at some point are beginners, so it's okay. I also know that the first print might not be good because of, well, because the jelly plate is like brand new, so it might not work. Oh, of course, it's already on my craft mat. It's not that easy as I thought it would be. Maybe it's because it's like my first time. Maybe it's not the right type of brayer too, which I'm kind of afraid of. Okay, let me quickly get my sponge. Okay, it took me a while. Probably everything is already dry. Well, it's okay. Let's see if the foam brush works better for me. Maybe not. Maybe it does. Or I actually shouldn't poke the jelly plate. Should be careful with that. Okay, let's just take it. It is what it is. And actually need to be careful with the, oh, it's probably not the best stenciling work in the world. Most of the paint is on the stencil, which we can actually use. If I will get my paper here, I can just place it here, and I will just push it on that. And also I need a paper. God, it's so hard when you don't have much space on your table. It's almost impossible, I would say. So I need to remove it from the brayer. Right, so this is, well, sort of drying on me right now. What do I want to use to pull up the print? A gray? Maybe this brown color? I think brown will work quite well. Is it dry? Sort of. Not completely, so I will give it a little bit more time. It actually has the impression of the stencil, which is interesting. Okay, so I think we can do it now. We need actually a thin layer, if I'm correct. So let's see if I've managed to have a thin layer. Probably not. I kind of getting the idea of the movements. I think it's too much paint. So I have my paper there, which I can use to remove the excess. Yeah, this is really not for this small area. I actually decided to start from a big jelly plate. Maybe it's wiser to start from a small one. So which thing we will use to pull the print? I think just copy paper. So if you're thinking that I'm doing something completely wrong, you please share your advice with me. I'm quite fine with that. Don't laugh at me, guys. So I know that we need to rub it now, kind of activate the paint and such, something like that. I actually don't like the feeling of paper rubbing against my skin. Not really my thing. Okay, so let's put this here somewhere. I think we can pull it off. We have some paper left, paint leftovers, but I will pull it next time. Interesting. I definitely see some gold, and I actually like this sort of white spots. I'm okay with that for sure. Okay. Oh, paper flying away. Okay, maybe let's try some mark making. I think I want the same gold. Probably need to buy gold color really soon. Well, that's probably a lot. I want some mark making, just a simple one. I will actually probably use the leftover paint, well, the one that I use to clean the brayer, on something like collage or anything like that, because I think it will create a wonderful sort of collage border. So let's try some marks, just simple ones. That's interesting. So this is just plastic sort of cup or anything like that. Okay, so whatever I found that gives an interesting sort of textures, maybe if you like search for a little bit more time, you can find much more things. Okay, so a little bit of half circles here. It's not circle, oval. Okay, maybe something like that. Yeah, I think I like it. This is definitely a thing for a mixed media, and also for someone who loves relaxing process and such. I think we lack blank spots, and I don't really know how to create them. So I'm kind of scared. Okay, so I'm just adding something. I'm just trying things out, guys. So whatever works for me, I will use it later on. So we can actually just do this, perhaps. Some mark making here and there. Remove paint in between. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, now here. I think it's already kind of drying. All right. So we wait a little bit and come back with the next color, right? Okay, I think we are dry, almost. So I will add the same brown color. Okay, let's reveal. I don't think we actually got something interesting there, but maybe. Yeah, well, this would be just a collage photo. Yeah, this is not working when we have that much of gold and not really a lot of contrasting parts. Let's say so. We can actually work on these prints more. We will see, especially on the last one. I think this we can try to remove with a baby wipe. That's how we clean it? I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. Okay, you don't need to watch me clean it. Okay, so it's not completely clean, but I think it's clean enough for me to work with. Probably I will add some water because I have a feeling that my um, paints are a little bit too, how to say, thick. So maybe that's the reason why it's not really working for me. I don't know. I'm just assuming. All right. My brayer is a complete mess. How do you clean a brayer? I'm so newbie in this, guys. Completely. I don't know how to do that all. I'm completely like, yeah, don't know what to do now. Yeah, water doesn't work, it seems. Not really. I don't mind the coloring happening here. I'm okay with that. Probably should have placed something on my mat, but well, I didn't think it would be that messy. Apparently, I don't know much about jelly plate printing. So adding a little bit more color. So with water, it kind of separates, so I'm not liking that. So what do I do? What are my possible options here? Okay, so I want some stenciling. Yes. How is it? Yeah, I think like so. Okay, so placing the stencil, taking tissue paper. I think it will work. And I'm just rubbing the design on the tissue paper. Because tissue paper is so thin, it can actually go to the crevices. At least that's my idea. So I hope I'm right. So we will have the stencil on the tissue paper and the mask sort of on the jelly plate. Not completely. Okay, let's try again. Sort of working. Okay, I like this one. That's a good one. Right, now let's remove this stencil. Place it. Let's try the previous piece, this one. I do it off camera, but I will show you the result for sure. Okay, so I think it's dry. What color do I want to use here? Let's try turquoise. I probably haven't even used it yet. Yeah. Okay, so let's remove the cap. So my idea sort of is that I don't have, well, I have quite a thick paint. So maybe that's why it's not really working for me. Or maybe it's a Braille, or maybe I'm just a complete beginner and it's okay. Okay, I'm ready. The reveal is the most satisfying and fearful thing. Wow, I like it. Wow, I think gold will work really well here too. I really think it will. This is actually like the first piece I'm really satisfied with. Okay, maybe let's try the same with the gold, but the different stencil. Maybe let's try this one. So let's add quite a layer of gold. I think the more I have here, the better it works for me. I might have some turquoise here yet, but that's okay. Yeah, I will have a paint shortage really soon with this jelly plate thing, because I had these paints for like forever, and now I'm like, not so much paint I have, and I'm losing it quite fast. Okay, so now goes the, what is that? Ah, don't do that on me. Takes, now the brayer takes it all, and I need to apply it again. Ah, Jesus. Okay, so we have this sort of a greenish color, so I don't think we will want to work with turquoise because it will apparently mix and I won't be able to see it. Okay, so let's just place it. And let's take it with, it's also gold, it won't work. Let's take it with, I don't know what. Maybe this one, because there is not so much here going on anyway. I'm not sure if this will work with the going to the crevices. I hope it will. Or maybe I will just use the tissue paper for that. I hope I didn't wait for too long. I think it's working. Okay, let's check. Yeah, sort of does. Okay, now let's reveal this. Okay, just a little bit more rubbing. Yeah, I think that works. Oh, I like that. The color is looking pretty interesting. This sort of well, green gold. Interesting combination. That's why I don't like, separating colors, because I'm fine with them looking like that. Okay, let's dry it. Okay, I think it is dry. Now I will add my purple to it because I think the colors work well together. And I'm adding quite a layer, so I will not feel the need to add more. Okay. Yeah, I think adding it on top of the jelly plate works much better for me than adding it on a palette and then applying a thin layer. It is already dry on me and such, so yeah, this works much better for me. I have already new paper to remove excess from the brayer. So I'm just taking the paint off, and let's see. Do I want to try the rice paper? I think I want, even though I think it's quite a good print. Let's just try, okay? My rice paper is quite wrinkly and such, but I think for John journaling it's absolutely okay. No problems with that. Okay, let's review if we have anything. No, it sticks to the plate. Oh, that was such a good print. Well, good thing I have tried. Now I know that this paper doesn't really work. Yeah, the print would be fabulous. Well, that's sad really, because I really like the idea. The purple is quite in your face purple though. Okay, now we know. So let's clean the plate. Okay, let's try again. So I will use the same stencil and the same sort of colors, but I will add a little bit of white to the purple, so it will not be a complete purple look, just a little bit muted purple, let's say so. I have a paper on my brayer. I don't know what to do about it, where to place it. Maybe on a acetate, I think, so it will not stick. Great ideas come always late. Okay, so I haven't cleaned my plate completely. I have a little bit of purple left, but I don't mind. It's okay. So I'm not sure how thick the first layer should be, but I'm just working intuitively. Yeah, my mat is having a bad day today. Well, I hope he is alright with me. So let's place the brayer kind of here on the acetate. So next try. Let's take which. Let's just add it on top here. I don't mind it. It's just collage photo paper. So yeah, cannot work without the pen. All right, yeah, it cleans much better than just copy paper. And I actually like how it looks. Okay. So this needs to dry. Okay, so I think it is dry. Now I will add some white, just in places, to make the purple a little bit more toned down, because I don't want it to mix, to be that bright on me. Okay, so let's close it. For now, let's add purple. Forgive my hands, they are completely messy, I know. What can I do? Oh, we have a mix. Oh, interesting. So white is like left unmixed. That looks like paper, but it's actually white. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's maybe try some other colors. Maybe yellow with brown or with gray. Let's see. So I think I want some mark making now. Oh, that's too much paint. Yeah, that's a lot of paint, I would say. Okay. So I want some bubble wrap, I think. I don't know if this will work, but I want to try. You probably won't really see much of a gray. Maybe we need to do a layering technique, sort of. So I will remove it now. from the plate. Um, like let's say here, yeah, because we have quite a layer of paint here. And purple with yellow also works fine, so why not? Because I don't think we will see much of a gray there, so anyway. Okay, let's see what we've got, if we've got anything. Yeah, I like the color. Okay, here we go. Yeah, having some issues there. Well, that's a good collage for the paper, I think. Yeah, that's quite nice. And I also saved some paint from the bubble wrap just on a piece of paper that I had. So we can utilize this, I think. What do we want to try? I don't know. Let's work with yellow again. Okay. Well, this leaves like blobs of paint, and I don't really know how to work with that. That's really interesting. And we're also having some mixes here, which is also quite interesting. I don't know how to actually, work with that. I mean, my brayer is so dry, so I don't really understand how it gets the mixes. And now it's removing paint. Yeah, I'm not really, handling it well. Just don't understand the physics. I don't know. Removing the paint that is probably already dry because it's so hot here and such. Probably. Okay, let's just try to do, I don't know, some mark making. Okay. Yep, paint is drying so fast. No, here I tried to add less paint and yeah, it's drying really fast on me. So here I'm just doing scribbles. Okay, I think it will dry now. Okay, so now I think I want some drama. So I will add black here, probably a lot, so we will not have the same problems again. Okay, I think it's a good color combination too. Yellow with the black one. Okay, yeah, maybe that's a little bit too much of paint. Let's see what we've got. Okay, let's see what we've got here. I hope something interesting. Hmm, well, interesting for sure. So some scribbles, some marks. I think we can add something on top here. I think, wow. Now what do we do with this one? This needs to dry actually. Maybe we can add something, some color, so to work with that. Which color can it be? Maybe turquoise? Let's try turquoise. Yeah, I'm probably adding too much, but I think for me now, too much works much better than less. So I'm not sure what to do about it. Okay. All right. Now let's add, let's say, this stencil. Ooh, having all on my fingers. Maybe it's already kind of full, or I had actually like that. I had too much of paint, so it's not removing it. I think it's working here. Yeah, good. So now we have something like that, even with yellow and such. Yeah, this is really interesting. Okay, this will wait. Okay, it's not completely dry in edges because, well, it's quite a thick layer of paint. So we'll see how it goes. I want to do it with brown. So maybe cold brown will work better, but I decided to take this one. And do it. Okay, let's try. I like this one. Wow. Brown and yellow and blue, that's what I like about jelly plate. That we have these colors that I can't even see on a plate anymore. But it's still there and still printing. Okay, so we have quite a nice pile here. Okay, I think I want to work with hieroglyphs again. So I will add just Jesus a lot of paint again. I will add it not through the stencil this time, but as we did before. Okay, I think that's quite a nice layer actually. Okay, so I'm adding this stencil. Let's do it this way perhaps. So we need to make hieroglyphs in a wrong way. So this is the right way and this is the wrong way. Okay, let's try. And I will remove it with some rice paper again. I think it worked quite well on removing. Okay, let's see what we have. Not really, not really. I think the paint was quite dry already too. Can we? Yeah, let's just with my finger, okay? I'm already have dirty fingers anyway. Not really in the frame, sorry guys. Keep moving all the time. Okay, let's remove that. And see if this will even work. Okay, let's try to lift it with raw umber. This is a little bit more cold brown than the one I had before. So I think it will work slightly better for me. Maybe let's try to add a little bit more texture. Just because we can, why not? Yeah, so we will lift this and probably we'll have even more interesting effect. Maybe not. I'm just trying out. Okay, let's try to lift it. That's quite strange. How did that happen? I wonder. Like the bubble wrap and yeah, no stenciling, no gold, as if it's not existing. That's really interesting. I am surprised. But that's a good print though. I like it with the bubble wrap. Okay, let's try to layer something maybe or I'm thinking. Let's work with blue perhaps. Also not even open. Okay. So what do I want here? Oh, that's difficult. So let's try some mark making. Not really working. Okay. Yeah, not working for me. Let's try these things then. Maybe it will be better. Well, slightly. I hope I'm not damaging my plate because it's quite sharp. Okay, and if I still have time, I want to lift it with some stenciling. Yeah, so the peeling off didn't really work. Okay, it is what it is. It's quite good anyway. Okay, so I think we want some contrasting color. Well, light one. Which one? Probably this one. Let's add this. Okay, let's peel it off. Wow, that's interesting. We'll have a little bit of tearing, but that's still really interesting. Wow, I like it. How cool is that? How does it even work? Okay. So I have some papers that require a little bit more attention. So I think I want to work on them, probably off camera, and then I will show you how they will look like. So I'm back and I've got carried away, sort of. I even managed to clean my mat, not completely, but almost. And later on, I discovered that I can well, use some white paper bag and it won't be like in your face colorful. And I have a white, not paper bag, just plastic bag, and it works well. Forgive me for this situation, I cannot help it. So I will start from the pieces that I really like to the pieces that I don't. Sorry, here my microphone kind of decided not to work anymore because it took me a long time to do this print. So this print I really like. This is the same hieroglyph stencil that I've used several times during the video, and it was a layering print. So I made a monoprint and then did a second time printing with the stencil, and I had some leftovers from this print and I decided to remove it again with some tissue paper. So I don't really understand how tissue paper works. Sometimes it tears, sometimes it's not, so it is worth experimenting still. So and the same with the rice paper actually. I really like this print, one of my favorites. It's also a layering print, so I put the black, well, just black on a copy paper and then did the stenciling with the gold paint. So I really like this layering technique, not to taking two layers from the plate, but taking layer by layer. It's a really good strategy for me, I guess. Maybe it's just easier for beginners because it's kind of hard to control the humidity and the hot temperature in your like area. So, and it affects the printing, I think, very, very much. So yeah, layering it kind of works. This is the just collage photo that we made together. I was just taking some stenciling from the jelly plate with this tissue paper, and I really like it in the end. Also one of my favorites. And it's actually interesting how this color is really different from the real life, because in real life it's more green, while on camera it's kind of bluish. And I like how it shimmers for some reason. This we did on camera. I really like this one too. I like the color, this sort of a gold green. Yeah, really looks expensive gold, sort of. This we also did on camera. I really like this one. Maybe I will do some mark making here and there, but I like it anyway. This one also one of my favorites. It was really strange, and yeah, I really don't like the blue, actually, the blue color itself, but here it works so well. I really like it. This piece didn't really work. It it was torn, but I will still use it as a collage folder, so it doesn't matter for me anyway. I like the printing itself, so it will be a really nice collage folder. So I will try tissue paper more and see how it works. This was sort of a happy accident. I don't know how it happens. I don't know where the gold came from. Well, it had it from, this was like my second print or what that I did on camera. And then I just added purple on top or something and it revealed like that. So I really don't know how it works. It was a happy accident. And this was really beautiful. I actually like these torn marks. But I don't really like the design itself, but maybe if I add some mark making here and there, it will look really beautiful. So I consider these torn marks as a journaling spots, really. So imagine if you fold it this way, like a journal page, it actually looks pretty good, I would say, with these torn marks. So I really don't mind the tiring effect. This was also an accident, and I actually like it. I don't know how it gets to this stage. It was, yeah, the Gelli plate is mostly like accidents and luck and such. This is a glassine bag. I really liked the back and the front, but I messed up with the flap. Yeah, I really don't like it, but I will just cover it with something. Maybe I will later on add more printing to that. Don't know yet, but it's still a good print on the bag itself. This was a collage photo tissue paper. I just removed the stenciling here, so nothing really too fancy. Here I tried to do the journaling spots, so I did cover the plate with some scraps to create journaling spots. So for example, if you fold the page like so, we have this white journaling spot, and here 2 journaling spots. It can also vary. We can use coffee dyed paper, so it won't be that, stark white. And actually, because it's acrylics, we can color it with distress inks or oxides and remove it from the paint later on. I like this print. We did it together. I like this white spots. Really good one. I really, really like this one. Looks like crocodile to me. I don't know why is this so low in the my grade, but I actually like it really much. This was also a collage folder piece. I also like it. It's kind of low too, but yeah, I still like it anyway. So really good one. And here tissue paper or rice paper worked, so I don't know actually how it works. So this is not my favorite, but I still can use it. Maybe some mark making on top will do. And actually, when you fold them, they look really different, and imagine it as a journaling page. It's actually pretty nice. It is actually pretty nice. This one is, yeah, really strange, but hey, this probably was a brayer cleaning paper. This was removing the stencil paper, and this is, yeah, I don't know, something bad, sorry. Yeah, so that's my experiments. I hope you liked it. Let me know what are your favorites, and I see you in my next video.